What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Josh's Comics. It's been quite a few weeks, but I went to the local Philadelphia Comic Con last weekend and picked up some great books for the collection. So stay tuned to find out what I picked up on this next episode of Josh's Comics. In the hall, do me a quick favor, hit that like button and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Hit the bell notification and get notified of future haul videos. And yeah, I am back. I took a couple weeks off. I got very sick and had a really bad sinus infection. I was fighting for a few weeks and then had a few other personal things I had to deal with. So I was kind of out of the hobby. Not really. I mean, I was still buying, but I just, haven't been posting much here and I haven't been posting much on Instagram. That is starting to change with this video coming out. Starting next week, I'll be back into full swing. So forgive me for that. But yeah, I decided to kick it back off with a great haul. I went to the local Philly Comic Con that happens near the airport every couple months on like the second Sunday of the month, and had a great time. A lot of good vendors still there. A lot of good books were moving, and yeah, I just went in, picked up, I say a few things, but, got a nice stack of stuff, but some great PC books, some great books for the personal collection, and some that might even be upgrades. So let's jump into the haul, though. Let's start off with this one. I'm doing this by order of vendors that I picked up, so let's go down the line. This book, while I picked up at FurlingCon, I pre-purchased it like the week before. Shout out to Lexi, aka Spud Comics. She had her own first claim sale a few weeks ago, and she's regularly doing them now. She's kicking ass, and she's also on YouTube. I'm gonna put a link up here for it. Go follow, subscribe to Lexi, and check out her channel. She's awesome. But she had Batman Adventures issue number 16 for only $5, and I picked it up because if you see, it's actually a Joker cover in a way. He makes a little appearance right there, and it's a solo Joker story. And love Batman Adventures, and Mark Hamill, Kevin Conway, always reading in their voices when I read this. So shout out again to her. So go check out her channel. Moving on. Some of the vendors, I forget their names. This one guy, though, he always has like two or three long tables full of long boxes, and he's just got books priced at $2. He does have some nice stuff in those in the bins, but sometimes it's hard to get over there at first, so some of the good stuff gets kind of picked out, but that's fine. Found an all new, all different Avengers #1. First solo of the team, or the first official run, I believe, Free Comic Book Day. All new, all different Avengers is the first team up with them. Um, Alex Ross cover art A, B. Probably a bit of a spec book. I'm thinking when we get a reset in Secret Wars or after Secret Wars, I think we're gonna see something along the lines of all new, all different Avengers for the team. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, again, great cover art. I now have quite a few of these in my PC, and something I think I'm gonna get sent out. These next two books, while they are not keys in the run, they are still great covers and could potentially pick up a little bit. Some could get some heat when the Vision show comes. So we have the Vision issue #2 from Tom King. Nice cover there. And we have Vision issue #9. Um, I don't think that's actually Vision. That might be one of the kids, but like in the trash can. So this vendor, I picked up these two books. I have two more books from the same vendor. These are all marked at different prices, like $4, $6. Everything was 50% off, and I believe these were also 50% off. No, he had a long box of keys for 50% off, and then everything else was $2. No matter what the price tag, if they were in the $2 bins, they were $2. So pick these up. Some great covers. Kind of want to collect almost the whole run. I love Vision. I'm excited to see what they might end up doing. This book, for $2 on like really nice. May not be a 9.8 candidate, but definitely in the nines. Batman, Mr. Freeze, One Shot, which is a origin of Mr. Freeze by Paul Dini. It's the first full appearance of Nora Freeze in the comics. Her first appearance was in the animated show, but this is for continuity in the DC universe. So, always picking this up when I can. It's about 10, maybe $15 book, new mint. But still, for $2, can't beat it. I already have a few again. Need to send some of these in. To get graded and see if I get the 9.8s on that. Would love to have that. The last book I found from that gentleman for $2. This is West Coast Avengers, and this is a really sharp copy of this book. This is West Coast Avengers issue number 42, and this is part one of Vision Quest. Um, Great Wander cover, always collecting Wander covers, but a couple issues later, Vision would return and he would be White Vision, which we got in the WandaVision show, and we know he's returning for his own show, which is going to be called Vision Quest. So I'd imagine some of these stories from the Tom King run, as well as the West Coast Avengers run, are going to come together. Um, like I said, I mean, this for $2. I mean, this is a really, it's maybe like a $5 book, but like it's a really sharp copy. And I figured, hey, I may already have a copy, so it might be an upgrade to the PC. I'll have to look, but why not? These next two books, I love my ladies of DC, and these aren't the only ladies of DC, by the way. There'll be more later on, but I was sure to pick these up. Gotham Girls, issue number 1 of 5. Phenomenal Catwoman cover by Shane Gillens, if I pronounced the last name right. And there's 4 other issues. There's a Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Renee Matana, and then who's the last one? Oh, Batgirl. All 5 of them have these different covers. The seller did have Renee and Batgirl. I think maybe even Ivy. I'd have to think. But I was a little bit low on cash at that point, and I decided to just go with Catwoman first. So if I get to see those sellers again there, which I'm sure they will, they're always there, I'm going to go grab the other 4 issues, try to get that out. So love that. Like I said, great Catwoman cover and high grade. The other book I was surprised to find, one of the more nicer covers in the run, Zatanna issue number 13 from her like first volume one, and amazingly written by Paul Dini, but an even more amazing cover by Adam Hughes. Check that out. Uh, First of all, I love how it's issue 13 and she has the big 13 card. Adam Hughes is just, he's like, if I, the way how I love the ladies and wish they would love me back, but the way I love them and I love their covers, and if you ask me who's probably my favorite artist to draw ladies of DC and Marvel, it's probably Adam. Like he's at the top of the list. And don't get me wrong, there's so many other great artists, but man, I love what Adam Hughes does, and this is, like I said, this is a great, phenomenal cover, and I'm gonna see if I can try to collect the run. I don't know if I'm gonna go for single issues because some of the other ones get pretty pricey. Um, but still, phenomenal Adam Hughes cover. Happy to add that to the collection. Moving on, my good friend Paul, aka Brixton Comics. Is it Brixco? Brixton, I think it's Brixton Comics, yeah. He's got different name changes all the time. He had a bunch of stuff. He's been picking up some big collections recently. He's got a big DC collection with a lot of Batman, and I'm waiting to get my hands on some of that. But Paul also has a store and an antique shop, and he was building out tons of inventory. So he bought like, I want to say, I don't know, 6 or 8 long boxes maybe of books. different, different stuff. All Silver Age, modern, copper, bronze. And he's blowing everything out at 50% off, whatever the price tag was. So I said, yeah, man, great, good for me. This book, the first book I picked up, because he didn't have the actual, he had the price on a sticker I took off already. This is Avengers issue number 76. Fantastic cover with most of the Avengers popping on there. And this is a nice little key. This is the first meeting of Vision and Charlotte Witch. Um, we've already talked about them earlier in the video, but yeah, I think this is a great key. I'm trying to collect if I can ever find some of the Silver Age Avenger keys. I'm always collecting those. This is one I've been wanting probably ever since the WandaVision show came out, and probably should have gotten it before then. But still, this book has cooled off, I think, a little bit. Didn't get too pricey, but it's a great book to have in the collection. A first meeting of two important characters that would eventually go on in the comics to get married, have children. You know how it plays out. So I'm happy to own their first meeting, and I think this is like a 7.0 he had on here. I mean, I don't think, unless it's like a 9.8, it's not a gradable copy, but like it's great to have in the PC, great cover, and happy to own that. The other issue he had another Avengers key, which I was surprised. The Avengers issue number 111. Um, Probably about the same thing, 670. So it says the Avengers and the Black Widow. It says, okay, Magneto, maybe you ambush the Avengers, but here comes Daredevil. Daredevil's in here. The Daredevil, Avengers, and Black Widow are taking on Magneto. Now, this is a very cool key. This is the first issue where Black Widow joins the Avengers. I love. I can't afford maybe the first ever Avengers issue, maybe down the road eventually, but I can afford some of the first team ups or the first joining of certain characters. Obviously, like Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, those are pricier books that would like to own one day. But Black Widow joined the Avengers, and knowing that she didn't join until issue 111, that's interesting to know. I thought she was in there sooner, but hey, still a great book to own, a great key, and yeah, happy to have it. The two other books I picked up from Paul, I believe I may already have a copy or I may not. We'll have to see. It's either 8 or 9, and I think there's bit of underrated books that you might want to pick up soon, just in case we get news. And I think the hint at the end of Multiverse into Madness. So we'll see. Doctor Strange issue number 8. He had a price tag of $10 on here. It's a 50% off. Came out to $5. Not, probably like mid-grade-ish. 670. This is actually great. It's a great cover. Hey, and it's Doctor Strange's first like ongoing title, Doctor Strange, and it's the origin of Clea, who is Doctor Strange's wife. She was at the end of Multiverse into Madness, like I just said. I would imagine she's probably going to show up in Doctor Strange 3 and probably in future Avenger movies. So, um, and it's weird because 9 is also origin of her, but if you go back, there's a few other books that are considered origins, but like at the time she's not named, so it's kind of different. But I have to see. Like I said, I may already own a copy or two of this. Maybe it's 9 I need. I couldn't remember. He didn't have 9, so a safe bet was I grab 8. If I got a few extra copies, so be it. I do some giveaways. Just want to make sure I get the stuff in the collection. So that's a great book, great pickup. And another book, some of the Doctor Strange first solo ongoing run is got some nice keys in there that you guys should pay attention to. This one is Doctor Strange issue number 60. I think I don't know if it's the last issue. Probably not. Probably goes back. But great cover. First of all, great Charlotte Witch cover. I like picking on those covers. But he had a price tag on 20, so it only came out to $10. And this is a Darkhold origin kind of story. It's where Dracula battles Strange, Hannibal King, Captain Marvel, and Charlotte Witch. And it's funny, man. I was just thinking about this. Spoilers if you haven't seen Wolverine and Deadpool. Wesley Snipes comes back as Blade, I kind of wanted to see a Hannibal King Ryan Reynolds variant team up. Like that would have been awesome. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something like that in the future. Uh Blade Trinity, not the obviously the best film out of those three, the worst. And I mean, I still kind of enjoyed it for what it was, but I would love to see Ryan Reynolds has come back as Hannibal King, and that makes me wonder: will we see King in any of the upcoming? We'll see what happens with Blade if it gets made, but kind of wonder what's gonna happen with that. I honestly would like to see Dracula in the MCU. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I if you told me 5 years ago like, hey, we're gonna have vampires and zombies, and we're gonna go really crazy with it in the MCU. Like, nah. But look at all the aliens, the different things we've done. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Still, even in a high grade, I mean, this book's worth 20-30 bucks. So you know, great to have in the collection. Moving on, my boy 360 Comics, aka Joe, was there. I'm picking up some books from him. He had a great deal. I start off these two books. He had, I think, three long boxes or four long boxes of $10 stuff. The deal was $10 a book, or buy one get one free. No, yeah, something like that. It was like, yeah, buy one get one free, $10. Yeah, yeah, buy one get one free. He's blown out inventory. He needs to move some stuff. Um, so I said, why not? So I picked up the first book I picked up in the $10 stuff, Batman Adventures from Volume Two, issue number two. He had issue nine. I don't know, I probably should have grabbed that. I don't know why I didn't, but why not? And I also got this book for free. X-Men issue number 449. I believe it's a little key, I forget. But I picked it up because it's a fantastic Storm cover. Storm just looks she looks great on that cover, so I said why not get it for free. So I love my ladies. Speaking of ladies, here we go. Birds of Prey. Then he had a bunch of priced as marquees for 20% off. So, Birds of Prey issue number one. This is the first premiere issue of the ongoing. Um, and I love this cover. And so, yeah, it's a team led by Barbara Gordon and Black Canary. And I believe this is in '98. I believe 2 years prior, there was like a one shot Birds of Prey. I've been told that's kind of the book you want, but it's only a one shot, so technically that's the first Birds of Prey, but this is the first like premiere ongoing series. And this book in the series, I mean, I think it's over like 100 and something books, maybe 150. Do have some nice keys throughout the run, but Birds of Prey, James Gunn. Let's see what happens, man. I think the DCU. I could see Gotham City Sirens and Birds of Prey being players in the DCU. We'll have to see what happens. I would love to get some shows. I know DCU is not going to be. It's going to be kind of like Marvel. They're going to have the shows in movies. So let's get a Birds of Prey show. Let's get a Gotham City Sirens show. Let's give some love to the girls. And yeah, I think I already have a copy, possibly two, in the PC. I'd have to look, and if I do, that might be an upgrade. This next book I picked up from Joe, I needed this. It's low grade. He actually has it a 2.5 to 3.0, but this is Batman Annual number 3. I am on the hunt for a Batman Annual number 1, which is like the origin of the Batcave for my Batcave gadgets Batmobile PC collection. But Batman Annual number 3, and what's great about this is it tells reprints of all of his famous flows, such as like the Joker, Human Firefly, Mirror Man, Mad Hatter, and Two Face. Now the best part about this is what maybe one, two, three of the cover artists. Oh, Gorilla Boss is also the one. The three of them, the Joker, Two Face, and Mad Hatter, are really the only ones who would continue on in continuity. Mirror Man, I don't know much about him, so I don't even think he continued on much. Gorilla Boss, same thing. And then Human Firefly, I believe, turned into uh, uh, maybe Firefly. if I'm not mistaken, right? Might have been re-canon, but still, great issue. I picked it up because of the Joker on the cover, so I'll be probably in a Joker PC update later in the run, or later in the year. But yeah, I love these Batman Giants, man. They're so amazing. And they reprint some of the better stories, so you don't have to buy $300 worth of one book to read it. The last book I picked up from him, he had an acclaim sale a while ago. Didn't pull the trigger. This is really nice though. This is Thor #1 from the Mighty Thor from Jane Foster's run. Variant edition. Uh, man, I forget the cover artist, but I believe the writer Russell Dante maybe, I believe signed them. So this is a great cover. I think I'm gonna send this in actually and get it graded. It's near mint. Love this cover. I love Jane Foster's Thor. Will we see her return? Possibly, maybe. I think there's a good possibility. So moving on, I was completely done. I was getting ready to call it quits and call it a day. I ran out of money. I had money on my card, but I try to carry cash. Not people do cards or Venom or PayPal and anything. I think, but now I'm starting to see like no more sellers are starting to do that because they realize people always bring cash, and sometimes people who aren't even collectors pop up and they only have cash and then they miss out on sales. So I'm looking at this guy's booth, and his wall book caught my attention. We'll talk about it in a minute. But I was digging through the bins and I was digging through the Batman, and I've been wanting to get this book for a while. Not a pricey book. I think it's a bit harder to find. I don't know how many copies are out there or that exist. But this is really cool. This is Batman Begins, the official movie adaptation. Yeah. So, being the official movie adaptation, on here. Being the official movie adaptation, I think this is the last one DC would ever do. Maybe for all movies, but I know definitely for Batman. I don't think, as far as I know, Dark Knight Rises, and so on have never had a movie adaptation, which is a shame. But Batman Begins holds a special place in my heart. I saw all the original Christopher Nolan trilogy all in theaters, all with my father. He's no longer with us, but it holds a place in my heart, and I grew up with this Batman, and I was stoked to pick this up. I now own Batman from 1989. I own Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and now Batman Begins. So that's great. I completed that run of movie adaptations. Um, really wish they would have a Dark Knight and a Dark Knight Rises. That would be cool. But hey, it is what it is. So I got this. This is only $8, and yeah, man, I'm probably gonna take this out and read it. I mean, I've seen the movie 100 times. I know what happened. But this last one, let me just fix this down real quick. The last book on the wall, I could see, like, how people put their books on top of other books so you can see at least half of the book. I saw this book and I'm like, you know what? I I don't know if I should do it, but I'm like, hey, can you pull that book off the wall? Can I see it? What's your price on it? Take out the condition. And looked at it for a few minutes, thought about it, and I think, you know what? It's a good deal. I think the only thing holding it back from a 9.8, I'll show you guys, is a little nip at the bottom. But potentially, I know it's 9.6, but I think I could maybe get a 9.8 out of this. And this is a phenomenal book. Great, like, I'm so happy to have this in the collection. It's going to go up with my Barbara Gordon first appearance. Batgirl Adventures, issue #1. Paul Dini, and I think this is the only issue they had of the run. Phenomenal cover. You got Harley and Poison Ivy at the bottom. Now, I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know if you can see, but right there, that little corner piece. That's the only thing wrong with this book that I feel like is gonna hit me. Um, Potentially, we'll have to see. Um, So yeah, guy had a price tag for 50 on there. It was $8 for the Batman Begins movie adaptation. I forget what happened. I didn't pay full price. I think I got $10 off of this book, and I got that one for 4 or something. So I saved like $14. But yeah, guys, that is it for my haul for the Philadelphia Comic Con. If you guys are ever in the area, go check it out. It's a good show, good vendors, a lot of big books we're moving to, and I was happy to attend again. It's just after a couple weeks of being out of action from being sick and then dealing with some personal things, like it felt good to get out there and just go hunting with everybody and pick up some books and talk comics. So and happy to be back, finally feeling 100%. So great haul. Again, like I said in the beginning, if you watch this far, do me a favor, hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification, get notified of future videos. It helps me out. We just crossed over 600 subscribers. Thank you so much. We're on our way, road to 1,000. I can't wait to get there eventually. It's gonna be good. Um, Let me know what you guys thought about the haul. Some great books added to the PC as always. Um, you're probably looking up here. You probably see all these books. You can probably see all those books sitting over there. I have more books over here, and then behind me, I have a short box of books that I need to do hauls on. I'm gonna be honest. I probably gonna cut back a little bit, because I have so many videos. Like I probably have enough content to last me throughout the year if I do a video or two a week for you guys because I've picked up so much. Um, with that being said, I will not be at Baltimore Comic Con, which is happening this weekend. Was originally gonna go. I could go, but I'm still easing back into things, and I've got more than enough books to hold me over for a long time. I need to get more space, and I need to order some more. Boxes and start organizing again. I organized my collection a few months ago, and then I'm right back to having piles everywhere. So, yeah, guys, enough rambling on. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody, and stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.